Have you ever believed the fairy tale of the quiet Trump, the measured daughter, far from the media circus that has swallowed her family? What if we told you that very facade of serenity has shattered, dragging Tiffany Trump into a whirlwind of explosive gossip and unexpected behind-the-scenes revelations? Are you ready to discover what really hides behind the rumored divorce that is shaking the elite world? Before we dive into this storm of secrets and revelations that will leave you speechless, we need to make sure you are part of our exclusive Pure Elite Vibes community. Your support is the oxygen that allows us to unveil the unspeakable. So, if you haven't already, stop everything. Press that subscribe button and activate the bell to be the first to receive our truth bombs. And if you're already with us, show your support by smashing a powerful like. Every like is a signal that you are ready to face reality. No compromises. All right, now that you are officially in, let's get ready. The story of Tiffany Trump is not the one you've been told. It's a weave of complex family dynamics, hidden ambitions, a fairy tale marriage that hides deep cracks, and an unexpected return to the scene of power. Forget the artfully constructed image. Today, on Pure Elite Vibes, we are opening Pandora's box in 10 fundamental steps that will show you the never-before-seen side of America's most enigmatic daughter. Hold on tight. Let's begin our journey into the heart of the elite and its unspeakable secrets. The broken facade. Goodbye to quiet Tiffany. For years, Tiffany Trump was the exception to the rule in her family. While her siblings and father competed to grab tabloid headlines and the spotlight, she was the quiet, reserved one. Having grown up at a distance, she seemed immune to the spotlight virus, preferring discretion over public dramas. But that mask of serenity has been shattered. The media earthquake triggered by rumors of a presumed divorce caused her fortress of privacy to collapse, catapulting her into the center of a vortex of speculation that shows no sign of stopping. A house sold in secret, heavy whispers of betrayal, a dream marriage that perhaps was already over before it began. For the first time, Tiffany seems ready to break her silence, and the elite world is trembling. The family outsider, growing up far from the empire. Forget the golden childhood and the corridors of Trump Tower where Don Jr., Ivanka, and Eric grew up. Tiffany, daughter of Donald and actress Mara Maples, had a radically different path. Born in 1993, she grew up under the California sun, far from the roar of New York and the ruthless dynamics of the Trump world. Her mother attempted an arduous undertaking to give her a normal childhood. The result, a distant relationship with her father, rare and formal visits to the Big Apple, the air of an eternal guest rather than a designated heir. While her siblings were forged for business and politics, Tiffany brought a different energy, more artistic, less boxed into the rigid scheme of the dynasty. Attempts to escape, music, law, and hidden identity. Despite the weight of her last name, Tiffany tried to forge her own path. There was a fleeting attempt in the music world in 2011, an experiment that never truly took off. Then the turning point. She chose the academic route, attending the prestigious University of Pennsylvania. Here she lived almost anonymously, studying sociology and law, trying to escape the grip of expectations. Her search for independence continued at Georgetown Law. For a time, it seemed she was truly succeeding in building an independent life, far from the relentless spotlight and the media machine that ground out the Trump name. But such a cumbersome name never truly fades away. The destined encounter, the global heir who changed everything. The crucial turning point, the one that reignited the spotlight and catapulted Tiffany into a new dimension, arrived with Michael Boulos. This was no ordinary American scion. Michael is the heir to a very powerful Lebanese family, an industrial empire with deep roots in Africa. He is a discreet, ambitious man with a generational fortune that makes many American fortunes pale in comparison. Their meeting, not at a political banquet or a New York gala, but in the summer of 2018 in Mykonos, the Greek island favored by the international jet set. A setting of unrestrained luxury, where two seemingly distant worlds collided and merged, thanks to high society connections. Integration into the Trump world, a passport to the dynasty. What began as a summer romance quickly turned into something very serious. By the fall of 2018, Michael Boulos was no longer just Tiffany's boyfriend. He was about to be absorbed into the complex and unpredictable orbit of the Trumps. This was a pivotal moment. Tiffany, the eternal outsider, was now the one introducing a new member into the clan, and not just anyone, but a billionaire heir with global connections. Michael not only adapted, but thrived. His presence alongside Tiffany at crucial events, and above all, the surprising approval of Donald Trump, radically changed Tiffany's position within the dynasty. She gained standing and visibility, and perhaps for the first time, the respect she sought. We have just scratched the surface of a story that unfolds between power, money, appearances, and burning truths. These first 5 points have brought to light incredible dynamics, often hidden behind the closed doors of the elite. And now I want to hear your voice, loud and clear. Has this story of growing up in the shadow of an empire, the search for identity, and entering a world of global inheritances struck you? Have you ever imagined how complex life can be for someone who carries such a heavy last name? What are your thoughts on this radical change in Tiffany's life? Write your uncensored opinion below in the comments. Don't be afraid to express what you think. Truth emerges from open discussion. I am extremely curious to read your analyses and your reactions. Ready? The journey into Tiffany Trump's reality continues, and the next 5 chapters will unveil even more intricate and revealing details about a marriage that made history and a return to the political scene that no one had foreseen. Let's get ready to dig even deeper. The $1 million ring and the chosen time, a symbol of power and passage. With Michael by her side, Tiffany finally stepped out of the shadow. Her presence became a constant at White House functions and father's rallies. A transformation seemingly fueled by new confidence. Then the grand gesture, the ring. A 12-carat diamond, valued at over $1 million. But the truly explosive news was the timing of the announcement. January 19, 2021, Donald Trump's last day in office. A powerful symbolism, almost as if to say, while an era ends for the family, a completely new and sparkling one begins for me. A way to claim her own space, perhaps? Mar-a-Lago, a golden dream. The wedding as a global statement. The wedding, celebrated on November 12, 2022, was not a simple I do. It was a global event, a declaration of intent between 2 dynasties. Mar-a-Lago, Donald Trump's palace in Florida, was transformed into an opulent vision, a stage worthy of the most lavish fairy tales. The dress, an Elie Saab, an explicit homage to Michael's Lebanese origins. The guest list, a concentration of political power, billionaire magnates, the world's most exclusive elite. It wasn't just the union of 2 people, but the fusion of 2 empires, celebrated under a golden roof, with Donald Trump in a rare moment of public tenderness, walking his daughter down the aisle. The cracks in the empire of love, pressures, distance, and hidden interests. But the perfect image of that day began to crack almost immediately. Despite the lack of official confirmations, and when does the elite ever confirm dramas? Rumors of marital difficulties multiplied, becoming an uncontrollable roar. Because marrying into dynasties like Trump and Boulos is never just love. It's a complex fusion of colossal wealth, untouchable public image, and monumental legacies. The weight of the last name for Tiffany, the expectations tied to the Boulos empire for Michael, an overwhelming pressure. Add cultural differences, geographical distance due to Michael's global business, and you have the explosive mix for potential conflicts over career, money, residence, and the families. With their reputations and colossal interests, they might have exerted unspeakable pressures behind closed doors. The father, the legacy, and separate paths, suspicions, and signals. Parallel to the whispers about her marital life, Tiffany continues to navigate her complicated relationship with her father. Having grown up at a distance, she never had the central role of Ivanka or Don Jr. in the business or in politics. There are whispers of long silences between father and daughter, While the Trump brand is synonymous with conservatism and tight image control, Tiffany has shown unexpected affinities with more progressive circles, departing from the rigid family brand identity. Recent rumors about a possible move from a Trump Organization property have been interpreted as a powerful symbolic gesture, a quiet distancing, perhaps? A signal in an era where the Trump empire itself seems weakened by legal issues and a less sparkling image. Even prestigious companies like Tiffany & Co. have left Trump-owned spaces, an unmistakable sign of brand erosion. Surprise, return, the secret weapon, and the unexpected comeback. In this scenario of personal uncertainty and seismic change within the family, Tiffany made a move that surprised everyone. She reappeared on the front lines of Donald Trump's 2024 presidential campaign, initially treading lightly, then more and more visibly, participating in strategic events and meetings. The corridors of power are calling her the secret weapon, capable of bringing a fresher presence, less burdened by controversy compared to other family members. Her legal credentials, her potential ability to speak to a younger electorate, an invaluable added value. Her return, precisely as Ivanka seems to have withdrawn from her father's politics, is a powerful symbolic gesture. Tiffany is occupying a space, but in her own way, with her unpredictability. Here we are at the end of this deep dive into the hidden world of Tiffany Trump. We have journeyed through her outsider childhood, the attempt to build an independent life, the fairy tale marriage with a global heir, and the cracks that formed beneath the polished surface. We have seen how the weight of a last name and the pressures of two titanic dynasties can influence every choice, every step, even the most intimate one. Personally, analyzing these 10 points, one fact becomes crystal clear to me. The quiet Tiffany is a myth. It's an image that perhaps allowed her to survive, but the reality is much more multifaceted and turbulent. What we have uncovered today is not just the chronicle of a potential marital failure or complex family dynamics. It is a painful and fascinating glimpse into the price one pays for living under the spotlight, trapped between colossal expectations and the constant struggle to define one's identity. My opinion is that Tiffany Trump is finally trying to play her own game, playing her cards, even if it means navigating stormy waters and facing uncomfortable truths. Her return to the political scene at this crucial moment is not accidental. It is a calculated move, an attempt to rewrite her story, balancing a marriage perhaps in crisis, her complex relationship with her father, and her desire to matter. Her story is a powerful reminder. Behind the golden gates and perfect facades, human dynamics remain the same, just amplified to the nth power. If this journey through the secrets of the elite and the never-before-told story of Tiffany Trump has struck you like lightning, if it has opened your eyes and ignited the desire to always seek the truth, then show it. Leave another powerful like to let us know that we need to keep digging. And if you're not yet part of our community of fearless elite seekers, subscribe now to Pure Elite Vibes. You cannot miss the next truth explosions we will bring to light. Share this video with anyone you believe needs to know about these red-hot behind-the-scenes details. The more of us there are, the stronger our impact will be in unveiling the appearances. Thank you for having the courage to face reality with us. Remember, true power lies in awareness. See you in the next video where we will unveil more unspeakable truths. Here, on Pure Elite Vibes, the search never ends.